Hello.
Am I visible?
Yeah. I'm seeing your surroundings also. I thought you are in your room, right? At home.
In my home, sir. I got
Okay.
my camera fixed.
Okay. That's good. Good. Nice to see you. And that is it is a better interaction. And because
Yes,
psychologically, instead of speaking
it is.
something. Okay. You said you completed HLSA, right? And could you please do?
I took the sample you sent me. I just read the sample. I saw the photos, and I just did what he did with a lot of paraphrasing. I opened thesaurus.com
Yeah. Even
and
I provided some links also. Okay. Did you use those links? Maybe it is useful for you because even in fact I'm also sharing with my other students. You know that number is very big with me, so that is the reason sometimes I may not answer each and every question. They may go through that in some sort of references. Yeah, maybe.
yes,
Okay, yeah, tell me,
he
tell
sent
me.
me about the Calvin and Hobbes one, the
Hmm.
one on like schools. So I just took that one. I went to the sites. I took the photos from there,
Hmm.
and then I just saw what he has done in the sample.
Hmm.
And then I just opened thesaurus.com and then I did whatever he did with a lot of like synonyms.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Actually, this is I told you this is the one you supposed to do at the beginning of the academic year or diploma program because by course of number of researchers and number of what I can say, the finding the resources make us to create some new path or make us uniqueness. Yes. Okay. This sounds good. Okay. So let me ask you before going to your essay and all because it's a reconfirmation. Okay, I'm just uh, sharing the screen just a minute because it is finding out faults anything and before uploading and all, and the RVR at the right path or maybe away from the reality and all. So that is the reason I'm just going to make you to understand, and then we will go with the fixation of our essays and all. Okay, just give me a minute, I'm going to share this screen.
Yes, sir.
uh, okay. Okay, this is a official website, and if you want, you can also go through that the ibo.org, and you can also go through that. Another resource also, and the subject guide. Probably you gone through the pages and all. The reason I'm telling you that one, this is a Gita for us, Bible for us, Quran for us. No other references. This is an official document which we supposed to refer throughout our program. Okay, your nature of work should be HLSA. It's a weightage for 20 marks, 20 percentage. Anyway, they are going to because IO is slightly differ from your SL to the HL. So the percentage is you just keep in slightly adjustment this year. Okay. So are you written your essay between 1200 to 1500 words?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay because this is a one mandatory. Second one, see this sentence I'm just reading for you. You can also go through that. 1200 to 1500 word formal essay which develops a particular line of inquiry, their own choice in connection with a non-literary text, a collection of non-literary text by one same author, or literary text or work studied during the course. Any any one of these three choice given. Okay, non-literary or literary or which you come across your throughout program. I thought the last sentence, last part of the sentence may not be applicable for this year batch. Maybe you told me that you are not studying and preparing for paper 2 compared to essay. Okay, am I right? So then you come to the the rest of the sentence, collection of non-literary text by one author or a literary text. So I thought you selected one, and then you supposed to follow that the rubrics and writing the 1200 to 1500 words. Is it okay? And
Sir.
you are at the same
Yes, sir. That's
phase, right? Okay. Let us move to the another point. Another point. Just okay. Uh, the reason many students are they are not meeting means again its entire effort is going to waste. Okay, HLSA offers students an opportunity to develop as independent, critical and creative readers. Independent, critical, creative. So independent in the sense you can share your personal view or analysis or interpretation perspective because you are going through that the list of the 6 global issues which we already discussed. What exactly we supposed to do that one? Culture, identity. We can talk about that. The like communication, representation, many things like that. The 6 global issues, because you can free to do that, and based on that you are independent, and same time you can give your critical in the sense many students misunderstanding. Critical in the sense is not like something defaming or discriminating or maybe the insulting, and critical in the sense we have to talk about that both good and bad, and why it is good, why it is bad, why it is good, and you can provide evidence. Why it is bad, you have to provide evidence. That is what exact literal meaning of critical, the word critical. And coming to
Critical
create.
means having a deep insight on the topic, no, sir? Like critical means having deep insight on the topic.
Yes, yes, yeah. Within that, it's not like something what I feel and I want to say something like that. No. So you have to be that. For instance, you read a book, why you like it, and what factors influence you to like it, and if you feel something bad, and why it is, because it definitely every person may have its own perspectives, but you need to give that the evidence as simply like yeah, I like it, kind of like you might be knowing that some of our Indian cinematic fan or cricket fans, I like it. What is a like it? What is, why you like it? What factor influence you to make such kind of like or impress, or something says bad or something like that? So you have to give that a constructive way of doing. That is what we call it as critical. Then coming to creative readers, what is the creative? Maybe some people, maybe I love to read a lot about drama, melodrama, or kind of like funny kind of thing. Some people maybe like it.
Interpretation,
Yeah, creative.
like
The method of interpretation, method of style and structure. Some people maybe see why Charlie.
sometimes it feel like simple, like in Calvin and Hobbes, on which I've done my HLSA. It is basic. On the surface, it looks very simple. But once I read about it and went deeper, it was like so many like little tits and tags of information everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. See, even in simple way, I'm just giving that one. We have humorous, like many number of like thousands and millions of artists around the world in the form of art, dance, or maybe the mimicry, and many. We have almost 64 fine arts as per our Indian fine art is concerned, of course, throughout the world. But why we only counting a few candidates like Charlie Chaplin or maybe Johnny Lever, this kind of the candidates? The reason is they're exponentially entertain us in a best manner. That is the creativity. The creativity they included. It is keep on grab our attention towards that their performance, any form. So that is what we need to talk about, that thinking process. That thinking
Because
process.
I need to connect with the people. Like there are certain, let's say even in dance, there are people who can dance better than a superstar,
Yeah,
but people are attracted to the better dancer because the superstar can connect with the audience. They
yeah.
can give the audience.
Yeah, one day I thought maybe I'm just giving an example. That some people are doing some kind of their own actions. I been to Mumbai to for some professional reason. I been to Mumbai. I just walks in the streets of Mumbai nearby Matunga. Probably if you know that Mumbai very well, the areas like Matunga and all. So I thought I want to eat something, but I prefer to eat other than South Indian, because every day we are eating and everything. So I
Yes.
choose. Then I walks through that streets. I just way back to my childhood days. One dosa maker is just making dosas and like collecting the dosa in the plate and throwing like this, and the other person is catching. And at the same time, and I also noticed another guy and who's making parota and puri, and that before frying and before making, he throwing to air, and other side of the person is catching and they're doing the things. So these kind of things, simple things, but they're doing such a creative way. The creativity is not only the come from the what you call it as a books and professionalism. Even we can also see from the day-to-day life also. That is
Yeah,
really
it is the same, but the process is what like engrosses the customer.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
exactly. See, something, it is not like unusual, but it's something different. It is kind of like creativity which we can see every time we are talking about that our civilization and this and that. That is everybody knows what we can say, something new.
Handicraft, like
Yeah,
something like a manufactured and handicraft. And the handicraft, you can see this like the effort and the love put into making the certain product.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's so, and
yeah.
it has little imperfections, like little chip here, little chip there, but it's like the what it make unique. That is
Yeah.
like if you buy hand, unique
See,
experience.
even some parts of North India, especially, I've been to the places like Bihar and UP. Many people using the firewood and cakes, dung cakes as a
Yes.
firewood and cooking and all. So this is a one we are talking about that environmental friendly. Of course, how much carbon emission, I don't know that kind of the composition and all, but still they're using some kind of the service to the society and same time but some kind of adverse results also we can see that one because of the carbon emission who are sitting in front of that particular stove that like breathing of that smoke, it causes some kind of lung cancer, some kind of negative repercussions also. So we can think about that what is alternative ways, what is the best way to lead our life and all, it comes under the creativity. Okay. uh, these are the possibilities we can talk about, that even thinkers, writers exploring language is most important when you're writing your essay, because one of the criteria based on the language, which keenly looking into what is the type of language used by the writer during the throughout the essay. That is also matter. And last point I'm talking about, that essay requires students to construct focused analytical argument, examining the works from a broader literary or a linguistic perspective. Yes, this is most important, broader in the sense. Like, we are talking about that international mindedness. What is that international mindedness? For instance, current scenario, Ukraine and Russia conflict. Is it only the restricted to that particular territories? No,
No,
because
sir, the impact is felt across the world because
yes,
the goods and services.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
exactly. That is, yeah, yeah. Because directly, indirectly, what is the major export from those territories like gas, or maybe we can talk about that. I read some
But
article about
people
that.
want to how does this impact the entire world? Like in the Calvin Hobbes one, it was focusing on education. How does education like limit creativity? That is applicable to every every school in every corner of the world, except maybe Finland.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. See, even the livelihood, and we can talk about that the environmental impact, and even we can also trade and what we can transportation, livelihood, many factors influenced. So we can also give such kind of examples. I'm talking about some examples specifically. Currently, is ongoing event in the like Russia and Ukraine. Okay, then the another point, it also requires them to adhere to formal framework of academic essay using citations and references. So citations and references are most important. References in the sense and citations in the sense, please try to understand whatever the resource for your research, for your essay, to include either directly or indirectly a reference material. Those sort of the details, it's much more uh, clarity about your academic honesty, and same time you can also provide such kind of references. Examiner can understand that this is the uniqueness, and how the uniqueness the student brought this picture of the HLSA into the minds of examiner is most important, like providing references and citations. I thought you followed this one, right? Okay, let us.
The I adapted from the sample and the sample is the same thing I'm using. I checked the reference. I did it for the same reference as the sample did.
References in the sense, for instance, that is for your understanding. Reference in the sense, my point, it is not like some student work or something like that. Even IB itself is given ABC samples, right? That is the one I shared with you, three samples. Okay, those elements we can talk about that. Okay, okay. Those three elements we can use it is as a. If you want, you can cite. For instance, this is a link I'm just showing. If you want, you can also put like this. This is a reference, one of the references, like an advice from the principal examiner about HLSS, and this is a material. If you want, you can use it. Feel free to do that, because examiner also understand about that. not only your final task, the journey throughout the journey throughout your HLSA from the beginning to the how you produce your product by
Oh
providing
God,
all
sir,
this.
does HLSA have a reflection?
Sorry.
Does HLSA have a reflection?
No. No reflections at all. But this is a reference. I'm telling that a reference. Okay, no reflection, my dear. That is for TVOC and extended essay. The reflections are usually doing. How do you say about that reflection and all? Okay, now let us move to the point. You know that the criteria ABCD and all 20 and all 20 marks and all.
Oh, sir, I check the criteria while doing it.
Okay. No,
Also, from there,
no.
what I adapted was also meeting the criteria.
Okay.
Not
Before jumping into this one, and another important aspect is just give me 2-3 minutes, and after that we will go to your essay. Okay, selection of text, you know that. Okay, selection of text. Okay, candidates must select the text or topic from for their essay independently. However, consultation with the teacher is essential in the process, and care must be taken to make sure that the chosen non-literary text or literary text works rich enough to support your developed and focused analytical argument. This is most important. So, whatever the source of information you taken from either literary or non-literary, it should be connected with your what is the developed source of information ideology. Then and another point here you can see in case of your collection of short stories, this is not your collection of short story, right? Okay, and the poems, song lyrics, and any short stories. These are the chances. Okay, free to select any of these. Candidate may choose to use just one literary text from the work as their focus, and however, student and teacher should remember that assignment is broader literary investigation rather than more narrowly focused stylistic commentary task. This is not a commentary, you are writing essay. So this is a broader sense. That is the most important. You come to the multiple resources and the connected with the different evidences at the different level at a local level, and maybe we can talk about that international level because it is applied to wherever you are using this one, because now we are living in a global village, international mindedness. So that is a reason you need to give in a broader sense. So I told you some trigger words at the beginning. In what extent and how do you and how and what do you, these are the things we can talk about. That in what base it means that it's in a broader sense of analyzing, scope of analyzing, and same time you can also touch upon the uh, possible resources, possible angles, possible situations. That is the reason we are going to give in international mindedness in a broader sense. Okay, the next point is here we are not only talking about that linguistic point alone, we can also link up to the other elements like a possibility of giving the perspective, possibility of giving, because your line of inquiry is how it is related to that. Okay, then next one, determining the topic. Topic is most important. Topic is basically you need to look at here identity, culture, creativity, communication, transformation. These are the links we can talk about that, right? The chosen topic should enable a broader literary or linguistic focus for the essay. In achieving this course, seven central concepts. Seven central concepts. These are the seven central concepts. Okay, and maybe a helpful starting point of for the student in generating or determine their topic for essay, while students do not have to trace their essay back to one of seven concepts, at least one. Okay, and the assessment criteria do not require it. Please try to understand this point. Okay, working with one of seven concepts will help, will allow students to begin thinking about their topic as they refine and their ideas and arguments. Seven concepts are briefly discussed here in the relation to the assignment. These are the things we can how do you link up and all. Okay, identity, culture, creativity, communication, transformation, perspective, representation. These are the seven. These things, seven things also we also discussed in the paper one. Non-literary concepts for IBO, for paper two, and HL. This is the overall structure of IBDP, English A Language and Literature program is concerned. So anyway, you are not link up to that these things, then you can define your own version. So that is the freedom given by IBDP to write your HLSA. Now let us move to the criteria. Just and sum up quickly. Then we will go to your essay. Compare. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is HLSA level, knowledge and understanding and interpretation for 5 marks. So different levels are there, level descriptors are there, and analysis and evaluation. All criteria are equal marks only, 5, 5, 5, 5. And focus, organizing, development. This is organizing. Earlier, it is only the organized and development. Now it is focus also added to that. And the last one is purely language. Okay. So here we can talk about the sentence syntax, uses of the word, sentence like I order sentences, and same time we can also talk about that the paraphrases, parent sense, all the syntax errors also they need to consider into the uses of the language and criteria. Okay, now can you share your, or you can send me your HLSA? We will discuss now. Any other questions now before going through your essay?
No, sir. I don't have any question. I'm just sending the essay. Just a
Okay.
second.
Okay, send me through WhatsApp, because I want to share that one and we will discuss. Okay. Is it hot there? Is it hot? Is it hot there?
No, sir. No, sir. It is still like a little bit cold. In fact,
Oh, okay, okay, okay. We have
global
some.
warming temperatures.
Uh,
Global warming, sir. Extreme temperatures.
oh, that is really crazy. Many of us like an unpredictable scenario is happening these
Well,
years.
a thing happened that in earlier times, like 2 years ago, when I had winter, I could not leave my room. It was
Mm-hmm.
so cold. I had to stay in a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
This entire winter this year, I never used a blanket.
So that much change. That much change.
Yes, sir. I only needed an air heater. Even that I only used like sometimes like 3 hours
Okay.
heating. Rest I'm just in my normal attire, little bit of full sleeve and some socks and you're done. That is the winter. It is like what happened? What has changed? Why?
Okay, winter in South, like yeah, winter in South India. So then it's hardly a cold breeze, or maybe some kind of like normal temperature, and which is a normal day in North India. That is for winter these years,
Okay,
right?
sir. So I have released my document.
Released, huh?
Ah,
Okay, just let me. How did you send?
sir, by
What's the,
WhatsApp. It is going, sir.
oh,
It is being shipped to location.
okay. I thought I got it. Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Let me also open, see if I sent the right document.
Yeah, which is English HLSA dot DOX. Is it the one?
This is the one, sir.
Yeah,
The
one.
chosen.
Yeah, 1 MB. Okay. Okay. So,
Yes, sir. An entire megabyte worth of pure knowledge and wisdom.
say,
No, sir.
yeah, okay, okay, okay. Just give me a minute. I'm going to share the document. Yeah. Okay. So, along with this, and maybe you can sit with your teacher. Okay. So you need to fill the one cover page. Cover page.
Sir,
Which
I
is,
have not seen my teacher for a week, sir. She's
huh?
like in online. Our English teacher,
Huh?
quote unquote teacher, I have not seen her for a week.
Why? Why? Why?
So like she only comes online. The school has started physically, but our English teacher is still only online, and still there is some network difficulty. And whenever I ask her to help me in the HLSA, she just sends me the resources. She said, "Read this. You will be able to do your essay. Then read the entire guide." I thought if I could read the entire guide and resource by myself, then how would I be learning? It means I already know this.
Yeah,
है ना
yeah.
sir?
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
teacher. Teacher.
Okay, how and why is conventional education system sterilized by Watterson? Okay, so did you use any comic or something like that?
Yes, sir. I basically hijacked someone else's essay.
Okay, okay. You okay, are you using the same thing or the different comics?
Same thing, sir. Same thing. I have basically opened thesaurus, and for 9, 10 hours, I was using synonyms upon synonyms. Hundreds of synonyms I put into this.
Don't you think that you're maybe violating the something academic honesty and all? Maybe,
Sir, the
yeah.
sir, my academic honesty has been violated by the school that they have not provided me support. So I have to do anything to get marks, sir. Otherwise, I'll fail.
So you need to feel something in the mark against the 20, right? Something you need something like that.
Because basically, sir, I was explained that I had to give a HLSA in 12th. I did not in 11th. I did not even know there was an English HLSA. And when I got to know there is an English HLSA, the teacher had left. है ना?
Mm-hmm.
And then the new teacher came. It is basically like online ghost comes and goes.
Okay, line of inquiry: how and why is the conventional education system is satirized by Watterson? Okay, Bill Watterson created a daily American comic strip called Kelvin Hobbes from November 18, 1995 up to December 31, 1995, catering to demographic of comic and newspaper. And the comic focuses at Kelvin, a young boy, and his imaginary friend used stuff for tiger and their observations and adventures. So, okay, okay. So one second. For instance, okay. Did you check anything? A percentage of copying and all? Did you check anything?
Sir, I just went to Google and I said how to full Turnitin, and it told me to use synonyms and to mix it up. So I've done that only. I've used a lot of synonyms. So it
No,
should
no.
not come as copy.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And the reason, if you check means I don't want to check it. The reason, what percentage? Generally, I'm recommending my students 3% is maximum. 3%, and maybe they're saying something 5% and 6%, but no. My point is 3%. The reason is, in case some people who having some kind of ons in their brain, they may try to screw these students' performance. That is the reason I said only the number less. Understand my point?
Yes,
So
sir.
you can check that the academic honest Turnitin and all. What are the site you are using? That is the reason I'm dare not to touch upon now, because
Yes, sir. So basically, I have adapted from those references, so they cannot really persecute me on this basis.
yeah, that is the reason. See, first you know that the something is better than nothing, or maybe we can talk about that. Always refer the worst part is a base, and then we can go for the good side. So that is the reason we just check ourselves the bad part first. Okay, okay. Then Watterson uses his satirical tone. Okay, one is you touched upon the satire is a satirical tone, informal language to entertain, enlighten his views by addressing various socio-political, philosophical problems, socio socio-political, philosophical. Yeah, yeah, I got it. Just I'm trying to retrieving the points related to the linguistic. Okay, tone you already satirical and tone. These two elements, socio-political, philosophical problems utilizes can also as a way to comment on human nature. Okay, what is this parents is you used here? Is it the beginning or the reverse way? I thought you checked it. Mm. Oh, sorry. You can think about that. This is the right one. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. And then
I was in a bit of hurry,
full stop.
basically.
Okay. This raises a line of inquiry. You better. This is a line of inquiry, right? What is
Yes.
okay? This one you have to put it either in italic or maybe something bold, because you need to making them to alert about what you are addressing. Understand point? Okay, the raises
Yes.
the line of inquiry why and how does the Patterson satirize the conventional education system. Patterson employs literary and comic techniques. These are the two techniques which you are talking about, that literary and comic techniques. We have abundant, but what are the main techniques you have discussed? Because to provide the conventional education system based on the satire. Okay, then expose uprise. What is that? Uninspiring, conventional, monotonous, conventional education system. It affects on ability to learn at school along with creative thinking, thinking as well. Kelvin disapproves of conventional education system is most of his comic strips, where okay, where he is portrayed as social outcast in a clearly uninspiring system. Expectations of
Sir, the comic strip are at the bottom.
sorry, sorry, sorry. You
The
are saying
comic strip, the
ah,
comic strips are on.
yeah. I got it. I got it. Okay, you mentioned
Okay.
here. Okay, so the expectation convention classroom can help us uh, uh, trace back on his disliking evident in panel. Okay, so you mentioned that one, panel one, panel two.
Acha,
This,
sir, I had one doubt on this, like the bold one, the line in which I put in bold, it should be in footnote, but I don't know how to put in footnote. Can you put it in footnote, sir?
here, you want to. This is a line of inquiry. Did you
Yes.
mention any numbers here? Here, are you writing footnotes here?
Sir, I tried to write footnote, but what is happening? Whatever I write in one page comes in all the pages.
Yeah. So you have to do it individually, or else you have to take that to the. Uh, uh, Maybe you can provide some MLA format. Okay, this is a footer.
Line right above the footnote, characters about Kelvin and Hobbes, the .1, that
Uh,
one has to be in foot. But
uh,
I cannot put in, you just put in a footnote, my work will be done.
yeah. See here. You maybe you can highlight the number here. Okay, you can highlight the number.
Yes.
For instance, this is a strip one, right? You written strip one
Yes.
here. I thought you written here strip one. Okay. Likewise, you can mention it because sometimes a student may face some kind of what do you call it? So the licensed software if you are using, and that too you may get some kind of administrative controls. Then you are going to use it like footnotes and all. But how what kind of privileges do you have? I don't know that. For instance, you are using this one footnote for line, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, because mostly many schools are not using licensed versions. You just write this is the one. Uh, do you know this one superscript and all, or you can write subscript or something like that. Okay. Oh no, sorry. The entire text is not required. And here, okay, that is a one. Do you understand? Can you
Yes,
see
sir.
this one? I just kept here after system one. After system one, can you see this one? One.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that one you can refer here. You can write down as a footnote.
Just like that, one bold line,
Ah,
that has to be in.
yeah, you. I thought you might use in 2016 or 17 Word format, and you can also have the options like superscripts and subscripts are there, right? Can you see this one, which I'm highlighting now? Subscripts and superscripts. Mostly they're using
Yes,
for
sir.
mathematics and chemistry equations. They're writing C2, H2, C, something like that, or else X square, Y square, something like that. For that, the same way you can use it the number, and then you can provide the one. What is that? You can state just below this line. Then after that, you can put the line. For instance, okay, just I'm showing. Okay, you draw some line and then you can write it within that. You have to do it individually. If you are doing in the footer, it shows all the pages of your essay. Same thing.
Oh,
Okay, so you have to do it manually. I'm just showing like this. This one, what is that line of inquiry? You can write like this, line of inquiry, something like that. You can write whatever the text you want to write it. But you just take 3, 4, not more than that, because each page have its number of characters and same time page alignment and all these things. Okay, so am I making sense?
sir. So I just take the character Calvin about Calvin and Hobbes and put it down in
Yeah, yeah,
subscript.
yeah. You can subscript. Okay, you do one thing otherwise.
Yes, sir. Can you just like subscript and show me like how it will look like? That one line in the bottom.
Okay, this is the one I'm talking about, that right? This is the one. Here you
Yes,
mentioned
sir.
this is a one, right? This is a one. The same one is refers here. You are talking about that. End of the text, whatever the thing you are using, actually you use the complete the space for the page one. So whatever I'm typing, it goes to the next page. So for that, I just marked the line here, and either you have to shift like this. For instance, this one. Okay, you have uh, you have this is the one. Okay, understand? This is the line of inquiry. Whatever that the number you are going to give. For instance, and another line you want to shift here. Okay, now you can see this one. This is the one you have to get it. Can you see this one? Shashwat.
Yes, sir.
This is the way you have to do it. Just mark a line. Okay, just mark a line. Just mark a line, or else you can press the enter. Or this is a line. Then you come back. Then you will see that what is the information at all. Okay,
Okay, sir.
you want to change. What is that? Something italic, and you can reduce the font size. Make because as equal as your major text, it is a text size is not required. It's just you can reduce it. They can able to do that. They want to, they can change the font size, or else they can anyway they scan it. They come to know that. Okay, this is a way you have to write about it under the footnotes. Okay, you can. Are you following what you are supposed to do for your footnotes? How you are supposed to do it and all? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Still, do you have any questions about it?
No, sir. Just put a line and then put a
Ah,
superscript
yeah,
and then
yeah.
write what the
Yeah, simple line only. You can you just take the line and say this is a line. You just do it like this. If you want, you can. I thought you might be knowing because you people are much smarter and they're using the gadgets and all, so you know that. Okay, so this is the way, and you can enter it and automatically line display. So you can put one or two details as per your requirement. You can put it. Okay, coming to the essay now. Uh, Travelability and monotony. What is this? If valuables conducts or on, right,
on.
uh,
Yes.
on learning in a classroom or ridiculed by a satirical effect. Is it the same paragraph or different paragraphs? I thought characters something missing. I thought see. Uh,
No, sir. That characters one was supposed to be like a reference type, like in footnote.
okay. This is a footnote, right? Okay. Then
Ah, sir.
you can this one also you need to select it and write something here. Okay. Just put something. Maybe I'm just writing two. Understand? This is previously one. This one is two. Now you have to give that the two at the bottom.
Can I just put this in the reference page?
You can put it to the number. I'm just giving making alternative ways. If some people may be using alphabets, some people using the number. Either you have to put it a footnote, or else you can write it as a references, all the references like that. The citations and references are required. Let me see that what are the citations you mentioned. I thought you mentioned the same thing in the references.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then why you want to, you already mentioned here 1, 2, 3, right? The same number you can put it there. You can put it there. They can, the same 2 number, it is automatically reflect. They will check, click it and they will confirm and cross verify that one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then coming to, now we are going to, okay. Furthermore, Calvin is not observed to be, is very everyday, free spirited, self awareness. Okay. He tries to confirm. I thought you need to do that control justify, control J. You have to do that. Select the text and do it. Do it individual pages. Don't do that all the pages together. Okay. This is the
Yes, sir.
justification. You have to put this one.
So I would take every single paragraph should have only one page, like, you know.
No. Page wise you have to do it. Page wise. Page wise you have to. The reason sometimes you may include it some sort of any graphics tables or something like that, any other information you are providing, because those things are in a different format and these things are different format. So that is the reason you have to go by page wise. Okay, just a minute. Okay, automatically, because these things are going to, you do one thing. Did you maintain that the space between the line is double space or a single space?
Yes,
Double.
sir. Double space, sir.
Okay, double space, and same time you can also use that Times New Roman 12 font. You can put it, that is ideally suggested by IBDP. Even other fonts also there, but this is a font is useful for an standard based. Okay, so you can change it, and maybe let us move to the okay. 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 References. This window. Are you sure? Did you mention anything, your personal details in the document? Are you sure about that? Did you write
I did not put personal details.
like a name and all, name and number and all? Did you put anywhere?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah. Please cross check with these things. Actually, you are not supposed to include your real name and number and all. So the coordinator, when the coordinator is uploading along with your code number and one cover sheet is there. So the cover sheet itself is showing all your details. That sheet is not sharing with your examiner. Understand? So that is the reason you have to do it. Don't write your name
No, sir.
anywhere.
They do not discriminate based on name, like Khan
Yeah.
or like Mohammed. They
That,
along those.
yeah, that is true. Okay, just a minute, and I'm going to change the font. Font is, so ideally 12 we are putting. Okay. Okay. Times New Roman 12 we are putting. Did you discuss all these things with your? Anyway, you told your teacher, right? These things
I
you.
basically made this in 2 days, sir. Yesterday night and tomorrow entire morning, I made this.
Okay.
I spent 12 hours consecutively writing,
Okay.
and a teacher doesn't even know my topic.
What a funny thing. How many of you in the class?
6.
6 students, and then it is difficult to know the topic of the student's choice. What a funny thing. What the teacher is doing. Huh? Is it a rocket science to
Yes.
know? Is it the rocket science? Even
Make a topic, sir. She didn't even, she just told me that this is the resources, you can read it and you will understand, follow the resources. The book will guide you to heaven, basically. And then she asked for nothing. The coordinator is more concerned about my English HLSA than the teacher.
That is the severity. Interest is
Sir, basically like a movie format, almost like what is happening? How is this happening? Does not make any sense.
maybe it's like you are at maybe I can say that you are in the wrong shoe.
Sir, not wrong shoes and in the wrong shoe shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I have been in limbo for the last 1 year. It is quite sad, apparently.
So these sort of things, and really, how these people are so like lethargic to know such kind of say. Even I know that all the my 90 students DP, even I'm taking the MYP as well, but the DP students, and they're marginally, I can say that marginally, it's not like each and everything. Marginally, at least come to my classes and all, I can recognize, I can give the like feedback when they.
Who would not want to come to your classes, sir? You are such a good teacher. I actually want to come to your class. You're a very engaging teacher.
Yeah, that's what say. These things are always uh, even. In fact, I can say that you are saying in other way, but I'm saying I'm willing to learn from the student because they are very much in the new generation, and that too they know that what is the like uh, real things happening around their mind. My thing is always I can.
It is always easier to learn from other people than to learn by yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
able to learn.
That's true. That's true. Say these things, why they are not why they are not like engaging the students, I really surprised. Of course.
Sir, you see, street number 2. This is my attitude to the school.
uh, say
This is basically,
am I missing the strip to any part? All these are the same,
no,
right?
sir.
Yeah, because
Yes, sir.
I'm aligning the page. You can go through that. Anything missed out, and please go through it.
Sir, like strip 3, it is in like strip 2, like the word strip 3.
Strip 3 was missing, huh? Okay. uh, yeah,
This is
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
the middle, there's strip.
yeah, I got it. Even I'm searching here. uh, okay.
And I can relate with all 3 pictures, sir. All of the 3 pictures I can relate personally on a personal level.
Maybe you can add to your current scenario. Huh?
My entire current scenario is strip number 2, sir. If you read strip number 2 carefully, that is my like realization.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 1 second. I will make the. We have the plenty of place now. We will. I will make this one into the next page.
Shift it down, sir.
Next page.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Because we have plenty.
Sir, can I say one thing, sir? In
Yeah,
what I have read in this essay, the essay I have written it actually true. The most creative people on the planet are the most disconnected from the current education system.
yeah. We have plenty of examples, my dear.
Yes, sir.
See, the reason, even you can see that one of my favorite, Srinivasa Ramanujan or Albert Einstein, both these two were school dropouts and they're highly disgraced. They never focused other than their favorite. Srinivasa Ramanujan barely cleared his uh, graduation and the school, not school dropout, and he finished his school with low performance except his favorite subject, math. Same thing happened with Albert Einstein. But wonder, even the modern present scenario, so-called they're naming and claiming that they developed in many angles and many subjects. They're struggling to solve his theorems. Srinivasa Ramanujan did it in somewhere in the early 19th and the 18th century. So what is that? Because such a complex theorems derived because he much focused about that. And even Albert Einstein was also thrown out by many school administrations because of his fumbling and learn not learning the other than other subjects quickly and
Like your school is different, like not teachers like that your school is a different model, but most school 90% of school are focusing on creating obedient and employees. So you don't want an employee to be creative. That is not something you need in an employee. What you need is their time management and the ability to work for long hours,
uh,
and that is enshrined in schools, 90% schools. Now in a 10% or 5% or 1% like IB school, they actually value creativity, and that is from where the actual leaders come from.
true, that's true, yeah. So even maybe be critically are pinpointing many things artists need always a free space to think. For that, allow them to think and do their work. If you are keep on engaging your brain without thinking, definitely you will not get a product to prosperous results. Like you sit ideally, you do something without thinking anything, and you just give some rest to the brain. Then you start thinking about it. Definitely, you will get it. Now it is only the mechanized version of learning process, which is just only loading how you are loading your data into a memory device. Same way they ask us to insert the things in the student brain, which will not give the positive result. Always give the negative results in psychologically, emotionally, mentally, and we can talk about that. Now you can see that the best example I'm telling you that society like India, where they are highly disrespect for the rate of divorce after marriage. Now the number is increasing because of these kind of repercussions only. Learning process is always should be smooth and phase of learners willingness. Otherwise, what is going to happen? You are just bombarding and they're making something unusual. They're not enjoying the learning process. Many people think that okay, I love the maths. What is the love? You need to passionate and zeal come from inside. Then only you are going to work with the maths. Otherwise, what is going to happen? Everything, even your favorite subject, also starts bouncing back.
Yes,
You-
sir.
yeah, these things are really that is many things we can do that one. Many things. Why we are talking about only one or two subjects? Many things we can do that.
So, sir, I hope that the language of what I've written is fine.
What is that? What?
I hope the language in which I've written it is fine.
Yeah, that is what I want to go through that once again. Yeah, we struck up here, right? 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah,
I use a lot of synonyms and a lot of shuffling and synonyms. So I just want to make sure the grammar and the language is correct.
yeah, that is what. Okay. What happened? Okay. Uh, why it is changed the color? Okay, you can fix those things. Okay.
Sir, you can just cut it out. Delete that part that is in middle one. I have fixed it in my own one. No need to like
Okay.
keep it.
Okay.
It will
Okay.
help.
Okay. So then, okay, let me go through that language part. Your part here also you can highlight these things. Strip two, because you need to. You already mentioned these things, and okay. Furthermore, and Kelvin not observed to be his everyday and free-spirited self, and he tries to conform to the benchmark in panel 1 of strip 2, the background remaining unchanged. Kelvin lives character is realistic eyes, like baby Roots was the expression of the leaning on the desk and contradicting usual carefree body language, which gives us an understanding about the severity of boredom. Uh, okay. Okay. What is this? Alarm. So is it the beginning of new sentence? Kelvin force you receiving on. Along with the need of discipline from okay. Final grade. Is it another sentence? These ordinary frameworks and all. Yeah. You need to. Okay. These ordinary sentences that are reluctant to unusually, unusually, although thus may make. Yeah. Usually, thus make. Quite good. It's nothing much harder. It's fine only throughout the language. You can proceed only just only making the little bit of connection with your line of inquiry. Uh, then gag line is the text is a panel and you have taught me nothing except how you okay. While using Kelvin's outwardly thankful
Inquiry in the end.
uh,
I have connected it to the line of inquiry in the end.
yeah. Okay. So what is this? In case of Kelvin, right? And in the lower case. Okay. Comic strips are programmable through an assortment of artistic schemes and devices able to satirize conventional education system in such a way that discuss the issue as well as its origin and its strength of creative intellect. This is the term disinterest him further to learn in a classroom. This unique comic strip messages to provoke the observer's attitude towards intellect, educational authority, and what it means to not fit into traditional system. Investigation of this line of inquiry is entirely relevant because the comic strip manifests the works of many such educational systems in the real world, which uh, so, so viewing that viewing in viewing the comic strip from the perspective provides the viewership with a much more unique and deeper perspective of capacities of any student. This is that is beyond what's visible on the surface. Okay, so what is the word you mentioned here? 1492. Yeah, just a minute. I will just check that. Shashwat,
Yes, sir.
1488 it came into total count 1488. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, that's not a matter at all, and you are in the within the word limit only. I thought you mentioned 1492, something like that. You mentioned.
So that is when you're counting that little bit, like it is actually lesser than that. It's 1470.
Okay, okay. 1470. You can okay. You change this one. And just can I write the comment here or something like that? You understood, right?
So
Yeah.
you can write comment. Just write the comments and then just send it back as a new file and just fix it according to the comment.
Yeah. Okay. I will write down that. Okay. Hmm.
Yes, sir. Sir, is coming in a minute, sir. Just someone at the door.
Okay, okay. Okay, you can. Okay, Shashwat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I just commented, and you can go through once again, and you cross check with your line of inquiry, and then any sort of evidences.
Have you checked the last part, sir? The
Yeah,
last slide, last paragraph.
yeah, that's what the last part only I just see. Comic strips. This is what I'm telling. Comic strips of Calvin overview through the assertion of the artistic skills and devices satirize conventional education system in such a way that it discuss the issue as well as its origin and the strangling effects of the gun. Okay, do you know anything strangling effect? If you want, you can add one or two sentences about the creative intelligence. Okay, what is the strangling effect of you just concluding that the strangling effect of the Calvins? Do you have any
Oh.
idea about that? You can add one or two sentences.
By like not allowing by just waking him up from the imagination, smacking him with a stick to not imagine. So that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like a strangling him with imagination.
If you don't have enough space to write within the word limit, then you just make a footnote and as a reference, and you can write it down there. Understand?
Okay, sir.
Okay, just that is what I want to write here. Provide
Context.
details, context. Okay, this is a
Yes.
maybe sometimes the theory effect may have many components. Which component you are addressing? Just for your reference, like benefit of doubt, and better you provide that details, and then you can okay, end
So
with that.
like overall, what do you think, sir? Will I get marks for this?
That's what I told you. Academic honesty part, if you consider, so you need to think about that. Otherwise, it's overall is the like language is decent, element of discussion is decent, and the through like organizing details and all is decent only. But the point is just you have to give the your perception instead of like using the resource as it is. That is what you need to think about. That it's not only changing the words and all. Idea should be fresh. That is what uniqueness is talking about. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you can think about that. You can add elements and all. And when you are supposed to submit this one to your teacher
Today, sir.
today. Okay, okay,
University and
you
night work. I started yesterday. I started doing it yesterday afternoon, and I completed this afternoon only.
okay. Yeah. Okay. So what exams do you have now? And you told other day you were writing something, some exam.
Next exam is English language and literature.
What exam it
Uh,
is?
A mock test.
Okay, mock exam. Okay. I thought that you were writing exam in the sense it's a okay. So your school is going for external examination, right? Or only internal exam? What is the moderation
I
you?
think External, sir. I think external.
External, okay. So then you are writing paper 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can go through that. What are the comments and all, and you try to fix it and share with your teacher. And is it the final?
Can you also send me some kind of like guide for paper one or something, like some YouTube video or something that help with paper one? Because they mock test, they are testing for paper one only.
Okay, no, you are talking about paper 1.
Sir, in the mock test, like on Monday, I have. So if you could send some resources about that.
Paper 1, right? Okay, I will send some resources. Maybe later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. And
Sir, later tonight only, sir. I will not be doing paper one today only. I will be doing it tomorrow.
I will send it. I will send. So you
Okay, sir.
what kind of resources you are looking for? Paper 1 is like many are there. I will try to give you what are the things in my repository. I will
Like
try to share.
something that helps me to prepare for like the questions that come. Like so there's something that helps me like if there's like paragraph writing, like something a writing question, like I could get some like samples for writing or something.
Oh, samples, huh? Okay, just a minute, and I will try to find out the resource now itself. Uh,
Like some kind of like legitimate sample that will that is like a chance of something like that.
okay, can you see the screen? Can you see the screen now?
I can see the screen. It's a Word file that my Word file. Like,
Okay, I will reshare 1 second.
oh, okay.
Okay, can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir, I can see.
This is the paper 1 you are looking for. Okay, the similar kind of exercises I'm going to give you, or maybe you can refer it, because the possibility usually they are going to give three types of text they are going to give. Okay, you are looking for HL sample 1. Okay, I will show you that. Then I will send you. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, student used to write. And do you want me to send the question paper as well?
Sir.
This is the kind of like then 1 second. Give me a minute, and I'm going to bring my hard disk. Just give me a minute. Uh, I will give you. Okay, so do you want me to send this answer which I'm projecting right now?
Sir, like the question and the answer.
Basically, no. This is a sample answer, and you may look into that element of like mm, maybe there's some random question, and let me read one first paragraph, and okay, you come to know that. Anyway, I'm going to give you some sample past papers as well. You past paper.
Sir, like I learned about at least sir, like how to frame it the question.
Okay, this is a text AI selected. Text AI is a uh, informative article featuring on international non-governmental run web page. Okay, so kind of web page, and he's just explaining and all these things. Okay, this is the one I'm going to send. This is the
Yes.
one. Okay, this is the one. Uh, okay. Meanwhile, I will also send another one also. You can go through it, because which component. This is a actual say guided question, and all discuss uh, how different features are used in the web page. This is a web page chance guided questions. because you are not
Yes.
writing any comparative essay. So even specimen papers also I'm going to send, and you can check it. Okay, this is a sample answer. Anyway, he typed it. Maybe kind of answers he sent. Okay. Now look at that specimen question papers. Example papers. Okay, specimen first and example. Okay, see, this is a kind of paper you can expect for 40 marks, paper one. Okay, I thought
Yes, sir.
you might aware of that. You will get the three languages paper: English, this is Spanish and French. So like that, you will see that one. Within that, this is a first paper, paper one text A. You have to write only one. The second one, like that, you have to write an analysis on the each of the text, and it is not compulsory for you to address guided questions in your answers. Analysis of each of these, but you have to write only. Do not open the examination. Okay, maximum marks 20. 40. Text here and text B. These are the guided questions. How are formal features such as layout, fonts, visuals used to create an effect of these advertisements? This is the one. Maybe web page they're given. Second one also, it's a blog. There is no much. That is the first one is first text B is multimodal. This one is only monomodal. Monomodal text is about this newspaper article or web page or web blog, and without having any sort of multiple images. But the other one is to have the multimodal. Multimodal in the sense here you can see this one. The model image is there, and they use the headings, and they're also using the text something, and logos and the layouts also they used here. Some icons they mentioned for knowing the much more about their product and all. So this is called what we call it as multimodal. Okay, just a minute. I'm going to paper one example. Okay, this paper also I'm going to send. These are the latest only. Okay, latest syllabus papers only. You can cross check with this, and you find out. Okay, so this is your email ID, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm sending to WhatsApp only.
Ah, sir, that's fine by me.
Yeah. 1 second. Where is that? Desktop. Okay.
Ah, okay, sir. Just send a new Word file with the comment.
Did you send me?
Sir, like, I sent you the essay, no, sir. Then you wrote some comments on it.
Yeah.
So send that.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Something breaking.
Now am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. Now tell me.
Yes, sir. I'm just telling that. Did you send me that actual essay one with the comment?
Yeah, that's what I sent in the sense, and okay. So I did not share that. I did not share. I'm going to do it now.
Okay.
How do I save it? And I will send this in. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So I have received the papers, a bundle of wisdom.
Yeah. you can go through it.
Yes, sir.
Only the time factor. If the time is there, means, and we can do that many exercises. We can, like practicing, like that the several sample things also we can do it. But here the time
I
factor.
think the reason why like I had so much problem is because like like you said that they were asking you to teach even though like you had dinner time. I think they did the same with the other teachers as well. They just took teachers with already a lot of workload and then they put them with the entire new class. Where the teachers themselves couldn't like care much for what happens because they're already too much like entrenched in their other activities.
That is, say, we have a clear, structure of working style and all. So, during the non-academic activities, that particular week or a month, and we are not associating with any other.
Another big factor, sir, at least in Indian school is that like in Western school and other school, like teamwork is encouraged, like group projects and everything. But if you come in Indian school, everybody will not sort of like vote to do all their work on their own because
Uh,
we are kind of like encouraged by a parent कि उसकी बात मत सुनो वो तुम्हारा काम गलत करवा देगा अपना काम सही करेगा आगे निकल जाएगा.
yeah, that's true. But in
हाँ.
fact, the thing, if people like me and one who are leaving our country and coming, working here, we are working hard, but the white people don't think that I'm just mentioning white and black and all. They are just only showcasing, my dear. They are not at all working. I'm seeing the last 17 years, white people they scolded me a lot in the name of the skin and all. But I gave the tight slap in the doing hard work and showing the results. Tight slap. No one touched me now. The reason TOK and extended essay, you might understand that one why you are handling white people may be knowing better language. What they're speaking not even single sentence without a grammatical mistake.
Sir, American language is basically like a slang version of British language.
They are not willing to accept challenges. They're only showing this much.
Sir, basically, it is only because, sir, the only reason the US is so good is because, like in other country, other than Asia and Europe, the resources were exploited for like tens of thousands of years. All the farmland was wasted. Some of the farmland was wasted by like wrong crops. All the metal was extracted, and like the resources were already being used in America. Everything was there was resource abundance, and all of them were untapped resources.
Yeah, recently one of my relatives settled in Wisconsin. He purchased 130 acres. 1 acre cost. Do you know that how much in India? Just give the least number. How much it is per acre? Per acre.
But in India, 1 acre would cost you at least 40 lakh rupees to above 3 crores if you're in a city.
Yeah. Okay, it's an average 40 lakhs. Okay, you can consider, right?
Yes.
40 lakhs means, and it could be something. I can say that the $10,000 to $12,000, right?
Yes, sir. I'm just calculating it divided by 73. That
Uh,
is only like $54,000.
54,000, right? 54,000.
Yes.
My friend purchased 130 acres per acre, 8,200 per acre, 130. That too, that
Are you
land,
kidding me, sir?
my dear, if you're ready to buy it, even that is Wisconsin is the one of the low fertile land and all these things, and these people are doing ranches, shepherds, badam cultivation, these
Sir,
things.
this gives me depression. It
Even
is
I
very
suffer.
nice land price.
No, say that, but India's land is highly fertile. All crops you can grow it. Whatever we are not saying that one importing and all, but the only thing is we have more number of population and we are
In
not
smaller space.
smaller space. It's a vice versa. There he is now almost, of course, he is a green card holder and citizen also. He just resigned and then imported the labor from Mexico to plantation of almond. 130, 80 acres he just mentioned only for almond. Remaining things, all Indian crops is growing like vegetables, pumpkins, like like a groundnut, these kind of dry
Sir,
fruits.
in the international market, it could find really good price.
Yeah, see, I even surprised. Now, I thought that, oh, you are telling something lies and all. He showed me all the purchase document and all, and then I realized, oh, such a nice guy, and you settled and all. Now he's doing some kind of like, helping people willing to buy, mostly known people, because there is no such kind of conflicts like what we seen in India, like land mafia, these kind of mafias. There it is, but
Yes, sir.
climate is one of the major challenge there. We basically we have three seasons: Kharif, Rabi, and the monsoon season and all, right? Three seasons. Sometimes
Yes.
most of India, 2 seasons. There it is almost 4 months. There was no completely house arrest. There was no people to come out from their houses because of the excess and huge quantity of snowfall, and the snow covered areas. The remaining thing, how much they're growing? Only apples and all. They started apples cultivation as well. So
Yes, sir. I always thought that in these movies of America, they're showing like so much snow. But in my place, there's no snow. They just throw ice cubes at my face.
okay, even Punjabi people who are just living there, they're also started cultivating because they're similar to that kind of.
The hailstorms. And are
Mm,
you expecting snow in December? The hailstorm come break your car window.
so such kind of thing, but good thing. But they are mostly depend on missionary. They started dairy farm. Uh, Use dairy farm. They have almost 700 cattle, and they're
We
selling
are
the.
actually working in pharmaceuticals, sir, like animal pharmaceuticals. My father works in animal pharmaceuticals. We have a factory in India,
Yeah, yeah.
small
See,
factory.
their vermicompost and their cow dungs and this kind of natural farming, organic farming also they started. Last year only they started selling the all the uh, vermicompost to other
Yes,
required
sir.
farmers. One bag they're paying.
It
Uh,
is basically a business, a large scale like farm business.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like monetizing everything they can. It's a industrial scale.
In that too, the passion also is most important. It's not like simply
Yes, sir.
buying. Passion is most. They did it.
No, sir. Without passion, sir, you're not able to put in the hard work. Like if you have passion in something, you're able to improve your work just by doing it one more time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, in Japan, I told you other day, one drumstick is nearly $12, $13. I told you, right? The same thing.
Yes, sir.
Now the our friends and who are in Japan, they're oh, what a nice idea, and why don't we go to an American settle? But what is the point? They don't know anything about the basics, agriculture and cultivation things, and why they're why they go and what they're going to do it. So kind of here there is no land. That too, the land is precious for them to
I think,
grow.
in my opinion, rather than buying like acres of farmland, you could just open like a hydroponic farm. If you have a capital, then you
Mm.
could open a hydroponics farm, and then you can grow rare plants like rare mushrooms. Like
Uh,
Japan has a very rare mushroom, like shiitake mushroom, something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is a very valuable mushroom that requires special soil and condition. So in hydroponic, what you can do is that you can spam all of these like very rare like kind of bacteria, mushrooms, cheese,
Yeah,
Parmesan cheese, everything like that. People are earning some. It has just started. It's a very new industry, but the people who hit it off are growing like Parmesan cheese in like their backyard, like little factory in the backyard,
yeah, yeah.
and it is
That's
like worth like thousands of dollars per kg.
yeah, yeah. Mostly they're doing, but here, production except electronic goods, kind of
Also diamonds are diamond. Like diamond, they
yeah, yeah,
sell you that diamond for like a fortune. You
yeah.
know how much it takes to make a diamond? It barely takes them like $20, $30 to like pay the miner to bring the diamond out of the earth. And then they put $1,000 on it and then they sell it to you. And also another thing is they are nowadays artificial diamonds. They just take carbon, they press it with a machine, and
Mm.
voila, diamond. So
Like
somebody could sell you artificial diamond in the form of real diamond and you would not even notice it.
yeah, yeah. The common people may not aware of that, right? But the people might.
Another thing, sir, this is applicable to both diamond and all luxury industry. If you take Audi, you buy a Audi car, The moment you take it out of the showroom, 50% price is wiped.
Oh, 50%.
If you resell, yeah, almost 50%. When you bring it out of the showroom to your home, 50% of the car value is gone, because it was not the car's value, it was the brand's value.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And when you're buying the handbags, the very pricey handbags, or the very like Audi, BMW, you're not paying for the car. Like earlier, people used to buy only quality goods, but now they're buying anything with a tag.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're kind of fake market now, fancy and fake. It's a like kind of
Yes, sir.
attract. Yeah, yeah.
Not in Japan, the Japan still makes good work. Like the only country that does not advertise on their quality is Japan, and
Yeah.
incidentally, their quality is the best for some reason, mysterious reason.
Yeah. Many they're mostly they're they're genuine, the sincerity. We have to trust them. And
They have one thing common with Indians, sir. They treat customers like
God.
very very important people, like God.
Yeah.
I do believe Japan also treats customer in a better way.
Yeah. That
And
see.
in America, they just see customer as like money cow. Cow, you just take the money and you go away.
Like we have the moral story, like golden duck, golden, how they're hatching the egg every day. So the golden egg and all, they just soon as they get it, they will try to kill it, and because of the what we can talk about, that the greedy kind of mentality. But here there is no such kind of thing. They are just worth it for what we are investing. That is really.
Yes, sir. Because if you see, sir, why would you try to go for short-term gain by killing your customer when you can keep him alive and take a little bit gain for a long-term period? You know, sir?
Say probably that the our society, in our villages, most of Indian states, and probably you might see particular cause they are doing business, particular cause they are doing agriculture, particular cause they are going for services and all. In olden days, everybody should respect, everybody should value for their services in the form of business, in the form of agriculture and all. If suddenly something happened to other community, definitely who's going to buy the products of the who's selling by the farming trading community? Definitely trading community is going to lose, right? Like what is
Yes,
happening
sir.
now, the same way that system is completely broken by the colonized in India. But here is not like that. Here the people are almost they're respecting, they're valuing. That is the reason, a very small country, you don't believe it or not, everybody so much trained. After every meal they're going to uh, brush, even in the school also, the brush. Every teacher must have the kit, like one torchlight, napkin, yeah, apron, you can say that, then toothbrush, and then one mug, and one bottle of water.
I read that in Japanese school and don't actually teach the books in the first few years. They teach about discipline and manner.
Till 7 years, not manners and
Yes.
habits, like how to maintain their hygienic and interact
Also,
with
sir,
the
like the reason why they're able to pull this off is because of the environment the children are in. If their mother and father
people.
do the things that the teacher want them to do, so the child will understand. They will, like, for example, like I am a Bengali,
Mm, mm.
so nobody taught me Bengali. My mother and father speaking Bengali in home, so I basically just heard them and I learned Bengali by myself.
Yeah, obviously that is the nature, right? See, even
So
probably
what
you.
happens in Indian school? Teacher tell it speak in English, behave properly. But when they go home, they see that no one is speaking in English. Everybody is being rowdy. Their friends are being rowdy. Everything is just going fire all around them. Everything is burning. So
Yeah,
how will they learn? What
yeah,
incentive do they have in learn? In Japan, if you don't learn, they will societively like oust you. Like, you're a bad boy. We don't talk to you.
yeah,
In
that's true.
India, it does not matter. You follow the rule. You maybe get love of a teacher that you know for 2 years, but
Mm.
then everybody makes fun of you. Ah, teacher's pet. You do, yeah, you're very very nice person. Yes, so there should be environment that cultivates that good manners. That is
Say
what we lack here.
850 starts, and 12:10.
Oh no, sir has frozen.
Yeah, uh,
Frozen food.
frozen, huh?
Oh God, have I
What?
lost my internet?
Okay. Am I audible now? Hello?